You've created success. You've already achieved so many milestones. You're making a great impact for your clients and community. Your relationship is thriving. You've been growing and expanding. Everything is going well. And yet, in your heart, maybe even in your soul, you know there is more. That your expression of who you are in this world is still not complete. What would be different for you if you were living fully expressed? Allowing for your most sacred spiritual, sensual, and creative energies to be witnessed by the world. Can you feel that energy shift just as I'm posing this question? I do. I feel it in my body, I feel it in my heart, and I know you feel it in your soul. Several years ago, I'm playing in the living room with my daughter Stella. She's around 1 at this time. 1 is such an amazing age. She's learning to walk, she's getting so much more interactive as she plays with me. She still cuddles on my chest to fall asleep, and her giggle is so sweet. I'm sitting right next to her, but I'm not really there with her. My mind is consumed with figuring out the next steps in my business. I just celebrated an almost 6-figure revenue month, my highest ever, but it doesn't feel like it's enough to create lasting feelings of satisfaction. I still haven't reached 7 figures in a year, which is the new metric I've set for finally feeling like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I thought multi-6 figures would do it for me, but it still doesn't feel like enough yet. My deepest satisfaction, it's always existing in the future. It's always coming just once I hit that next goal. I'm so often focusing on what everyone else is doing and how I'm measuring up and where I should be, and I'm ignoring where my heart is guiding me because my heart wants me to make radical shifts that are so uncomfortable. No wonder I'm second-guessing myself. And this has all led me here, to a thriving business that still isn't fully aligned with who I really am. I know that I am holding back from stepping into my highest potential and my most exciting vision. I know that I've made leaps and bounds in deepening my connection to God and my spirituality, but I'm still fighting with my ego and holding on to some family patterns and religious identities that are no longer aligned with me. My inner critic and my overanalyzer love to keep me in the energy of trying to figure this all out and being hard on myself. I also know that while my marriage is great, there are places I desire more intimacy. And deep down, I know that my daughter, my sweet Stella, will only be this age once. And I'm missing it. Nothing about this reflects a fully expressed life. This is the danger of stifling your full expression and living in the pattern of being so focused on the next achievement that you miss the joy, the beauty, the ecstasy that comes from being so fully present in the now. When you've created success, when you've made good money, achieved your goals, and something still feels like it's missing, it's time to go deeper in connecting to yourself. This is what full expression is all about. Being fully expressed means that you are deeply connected to your highest self, to your spirituality, your sexuality, and your creativity. And then you align your life and business with the true desires of your heart. This path is about releasing society's standards of success and all the masculine ways we've been taught of striving, grinding, and forcing in order to achieve. This is about tapping into your feminine gifts of creating and receiving. It's all about you seeing the exquisite beauty of who you really are and unapologetically expressing it to the world. What do I mean when I say who you really are? I mean all of you. The flawed human who makes mistakes and always has more room for growth. And the spiritual being with unique talents and is tapped into a higher perspective. Being fully expressed means living in this duality. It starts with honoring your humanity with radical self-acceptance. This life, it isn't always rainbows and sunshine. Feeling alive doesn't mean you always feel positive. It's about being present. You have every right to feel your emotions and your wounds without judgment. And you are a spiritual being with a powerful inner guidance system. You are connected to God. Your creativity and your potential is infinite. Your capacity to hold compassion for others is boundless. And your sacred sexuality and your life force energy is potent and magnetic. When you cultivate connection to all of these aspects of yourself, when you allow all of you to be seen, heard, and welcome, then you can feel really good about who you are while being excited to create more. When your soul is on fire for what you are creating because it's aligned with your unique gifts and your heart, when you're engaged in honest expression and deep intimacy in your relationships, when you're trusting in yourself and in the universe and living in surrender, then there is no need to stress and no reason to grind. You're focused on falling in love with the journey of your own expansion while you lift up others. This is when you can truly serve at the highest level. When you're living with unconditional love, acceptance, and presence with yourself, you can give this to others from a place of abundance. And when you feel good and you experience true alignment, the results that you create will blow your mind. Because your ego's pattern of striving for achievement is no match for your heart's creativity. What you can produce with your mind doesn't hold a candle to what your soul can create. This is why embracing the journey of full expression has completely changed my experience on this earth. When I realized how sad I felt to be missing out on this time with my daughter, I decided to become fully expressed and to live more from my heart. I embraced more inner healing and a lot of letting go. I let go of old identities and my attachment to specific revenue goals for the sake of saying I hit them. I followed my intuition into completely rebuilding my business in a way that aligns with who I really am and my true desires. This created the space to call in clients that I have never been more passionate about guiding, to establishing new programs and collaborations with incredibly uplifting women, and to finally breaking through barriers that I didn't even realize I was still resisting, so that I can step into higher and more exciting opportunities. My husband and I are going into the deepest levels of intimacy, and I am so present with my daughter. Practicing radical self-acceptance while trusting your divine intuition, embodying your sacred sexuality, and creating from your heart over your head. There is so much more available to you when you integrate these practices into your life. More spaciousness, more presence, more intimacy, playfulness, empowerment, expansion, more alignment, and more success that actually excites you and fulfills you. And it's not about striving to get to the more. It's about feeling so totally and completely alive in the process. It's about igniting ecstasy into the present moment. It is one of the greatest honors of my life to guide women into living fully expressed. If you're inspired to walk this path, let's do this together, and let's start today.